Yo, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Touchline Podcast, Wrestle Talk Edition. If you're new here, please smash the like button, comment down below, subscribe to our channel, and our link for the social media will be down below. And yeah, boys, it's been a long time. We haven't done a podcast.
That's right.
In a while, actually.
That was like I think the second time in a row, you actually did it smoothly. The intro,
I know.
which is good. So you're improving slowly.
I'm getting better every week. So
you want like
getting back.
tutoring in that for like podcasting.
Hey?
Are you going tutoring in that?
Online tutorials. I'm learning myself. All right, relax.
No, but there's a lot been happening with WWE. Some returns, Paul Heyman, CM Punk. We'll get into that. But Survivor Series this week, so we'll also delve into that with our tips. But yeah, what's the first topic on today, boys?
First topic we're talking about is the New Day argument between Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. So they've been having beefs between each other for the last, like, I think about 6 weeks, I think. 6 weeks, like, 6 weeks. Can't say it.
I think 7 weeks.
All right, let's count it to 7 weeks. It's going to come to an end, obviously. With Xavier Woods, like, I think the heel turn is about to come soon.
Even Kofi is showing a bit of anger, so... people are speculating that he could be the one that heel turns. Big E's coming next week for the reunion, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with him and what he has to say about their the beef that's been happening. But in particular, that discussion I had, that heated argument, that was crazy. The one-liners that were putting out.
That was a great segment.
That was a very good segment.
Brock Lesnar 6-second one, just everything about it. Not winning the world title, just everything about that was one of the best moments this year. You look at So what is the anniversary, the thing next week? 10 years anniversary next week. Big E is expected to be there. And I'm pretty sure a few months ago, he said that he'll be back in the business, but not wrestling. So maybe there's something that will happen next week where maybe he'll be a part of the heel turn. I'm not saying he is,
like
but
a manager or something.
As a manager of like either Xavier Woods or Kofi Kingston. Personally, I think Xavier Woods going to be the one.
Yeah, if he'll turn, it'll be him and
Xavier Woods. Kofi has been, like, you've seen a different side of him the last 2-3 weeks, but I just feel Xavier Woods has been showing more of a heel turn than Kofi
They've got to pull the trigger next week. They have to. If they don't do it, it would still make sense, but it won't make sense. It won't be as impactful as it would be next week.
I think it's perfect
timing. 10-year anniversary, 10 years is a long time, so it has to end. And what better way to end that group and the great faction like the New Day on the 10-year anniversary.
And they achieved a lot, like all those, like, last 10 years, like big rivalries against the Usos, the Wyatts. Yeah. Bro, you name every team that they versed.
And it was nice how they had like a little callback in that argument about what they did, what they achieved when Kofi Kingston, I was a Hall of Famer before you met me.
And Xavier about the Brock Lesnar, the 6
It's like it was almost teaching the fans about their history in the argument, which was clever.
It was good, is there a chance that Big E doesn't stop either heel turn, but maybe stalls it a bit?
What do you mean?
Like he comes in and tells them, like, look what we've done together. And
like he tries to bring them together. Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. Is there a chance where he says that and then the heel turn from either Kofi or Xavier Woods just stalls a bit and they leave it to later? It really gets into their mind.
But he's got to come back and try to reunite him. If he doesn't, it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I just feel they need to, like Bill said, this is the perfect time to just end a New Day.
Yeah.
Like what's been happening the last few months, it's a perfect time. I think the more they stall it, just people are going to get sick of it. That's how I see it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Look, it's hard, bro. I'm just saying, like, they came all the way to this far for 10 years straight. They've done so much together. But now I think Xavier Woods is gonna. I feel like Xavier's gonna heel turn off the bat straight away.
Yeah, it's
obviously showing every week.
So
on the show,
it could be like a WrestleMania 41 Kofi and Xavier Woods.
He's gonna betray his brothers. Because I don't know if you remember 2014. Yous were like what 17, 18 back at that time.
17, 18.
No, 17 years old. 18.
I was 2014.
2014,
yeah, bro.
Oh, he's 12? No, he's probably 12. No, teenager days anyways. Yeah. Because I remember the segment when Xavier Woods, him and Big E and Kofi Kingston, because they kept losing matches every week. Yeah. I remember when they were versing like the Usos and the Wyatts and all them. And then that's when he brought them all together in. And then that's where he said, I think, Big E and Kofi.
Yeah.
They wanted to see successful in them. For all of them as a group. That's why they formed them. But I'm just saying, when it comes to the end now, I think that's when Xavier's going to close the chapter of the story of the New Day.
Like, it will make sense for Xavier Woods to go heel, but I don't know. There's something about me that Triple H loves to do things that people don't expect, and we could see Kofi turn heel.
I don't see Kofi turn heel.
If Kofi does attack him, it's like justified. It won't be a heel turn. It will be just attacking him. Like,
because he's been painted out as the babyface all this time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. It's next week. I can't wait to. Everything unfolds. Big E will be good to see him in the ring once again. But yeah,
who knows? Maybe he announces that he's coming back in ring.
Yeah.
You know,
hopefully, man.
He hasn't ruled it out completely.
How long has he been out, Big E? I think 2 years. I think.
A year.
I remember watching that episode where he actually neck. I was like, he's done.
Yeah. Oh, that was the worst, man. I felt bad for that.
Who was the one that someone did that into the Oni, suplexed him or something? Who was it? Was it Brock?
No, it wasn't Brock.
No, it wasn't Brock Lesnar.
I know, it was some wrestler. But yeah, his neck, I just knew he's going to be done.
Hopefully he comes back. But speaking of tag teams.
Finn Balor and JD McDonough versus the War Raiders for the World Tag Team.
That was an upset, bro.
That was disappointing, man. You know, the War Raiders, they were wrestling, like the match was so good. Like, they took the whole advantage. They were demolishing the Judgment Day. But then who comes out? Carlito and bloody Dominic Mysterio interferes in the match.
You knew it's going to happen.
Of course, obviously. But I think every WWE fan has noticed that they're getting sick of the Judgment Day holding that World Tag Team titles.
Like the Bloodline, how they kept
they don't even hold it.
They're so bad.
It's always in the background.
Yeah, I know.
You know, it's
but they're not defending.
It had to change.
When you become World Tag Team champions, you have to defend it like maybe every once in a few weeks before the PLE comes in. You know what I mean? Or even after it. But they've just been holding it for months and they haven't done jack shit.
They're not good champions at all. And I know. They're not good at all. And I just think, what's the point of having them, as Bill said, leaving it on the shelves, not really touching it. And even they don't really come out a lot to speak. You know, they're always just behind the scenes in the backstage. They do their little segment.
Yeah.
They've got to fight.
And like, it hasn't elevated the new Judgment Day and it hasn't elevated them as a tag team. So it's done nothing, bro. So it's useless.
I just feel like the Judgment Day is boring.
So I feel like if you put on the War Raiders, man, you can elevate them into a top tier tag team.
Right.
You know, because on SmackDown you got Motor City Machine Guns, and then on Raw you have on Raw you'd have War Raiders. Two strong tag teams in two different promotions, man, of two different brands.
And it's not like a
and their wrestling style, War Raiders, bro, they're so different.
And you could see with the Judgment Day, Finn and JD. They haven't really had any rivalry with this tag team champion. The new, what's it again? The new one in SmackDown.
Motor Machine Guns.
Already, you can see the rivalry they're building with DIY, Street Profits. But JD and Finn they're just there, just like that.
They're doing nothing.
Ever since Damien and Rhea left, they've gone down. Like I think those two were making them big because they both had the titles.
100%.
But again, you have the belts, and I know this Triple H's fault, not Finn Balor's fault. They have the belt, so try and do something where people
be creative about it.
I feel like it's maybe because of the Judgment Day, that storyline with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Maybe they don't want to overshadow. I don't know. Because I think the same thing happened with the new Bloodline.
With Tama and Tonga when they were holding the titles.
They didn't really have a rivalry going on when they had
didn't.
So that's what I'm saying, because there was an overarching story with him and the OG Bloodline. So I feel like when you're in a faction like that, it's harder to create sub storylines within the same group, and I feel like that's why we haven't been seeing them with any other tag team.
Maybe they have the belts just to give them a better profile. The tag team champions, just to make the group
that's what they try to do, but it didn't work.
It's not working.
It didn't work.
Who's next in line?
For World Tag Team? Look, I think War Raiders should get their rematch. I think they should get their rematch. They deserve it.
They have to put it.
Because, bro, you know their wrestling style. You know Eric, he's a powerhouse. Right, and if you put Ivar is the he is the high flying. Like I know for his body weight, but bro, he's a tank. Like he'll jump over the ropes. He'll do.
They
so
did put
things.
A good fight today.
They did.
It was actually a good match.
That was a very good match, but Judgment Day when they interfered, that was horribly wrong.
Let's move on to the other side of the tag team. We got DIY and their rivalry with
Motor City Machine Guns and Street Profits as well. So
we off camera we were speaking about about how we think Motor City Machine Guns and Johnny Gargano will potentially be a group, and then you've got Tommaso Ciampa
and Johnny Gargano,
the one that's turning heel, sort of. But again, I think you think Johnny Gargano will be with the Machine Guns.
I think he's got a side, because I feel like when we saw the best of Tommaso Ciampa NXT days, Hill days, bro. That was his best, his best WWE run. Bro, everyone thinks back to those days. So I feel like Triple H realizes that because he was the creator of that back in the day.
Of course.
So I feel like he's trying to split that tag team.
Yeah.
Let Joey Gargano go with Motor City Machine Guns, maybe create something there, and then put Tommaso Ciampa by himself, create his own WWE run in better than his NXT run. Let's say. Yeah. Let's hope it's better than his NXT run.
Can I give you a point? I understand that Motor City Machine Guns, they only came like not even a month ago.
A month, yeah.
They've only they just won the number one contender. They won the WWE
they've been
tag
in the
team.
business for too long.
They've been in the business for over 20 years in TNA. Right? They were one of the best TNA tag team champions of all time.
Yeah.
But I don't see Johnny Gargano fit with the Motor City Machine Guns.
But his mates
they're best mates with his best mates with Alex Shelley, bro. They've been mates since the indie scenes.
That's what I'm saying. So it makes sense.
It does make sense.
It makes sense if it was the.
But you have to leave them because they have their own tag team style.
Personally, I feel.
But on your point about how Triple H was building that storyline with Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano when they used to have the rivalry between, I want to see that in SmackDown. I want to see them.
It's going to happen, because and in creating that, you create the great heel that is Tommaso Ciampa.
But you remember the matches when they had like tables, ladders, chairs, and all that. Yeah. I want to see that, bringing that back like the old NXT days when they had the rivalry between.
He does make a good heel. Yeah. I just feel it's a better storyline for Gargano to join.
Motor City Machine Guns,
No. What's
to stay with
Johnny Gargano? Yeah. Motor City Machine Guns, yeah.
To
stay with Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, that's what he said. Choose either them or me. I feel it's a better storyline. It can give more competition to the for the tag team. I always feel Motor City is
Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, because if it's just Street Profits, I feel it's just them focusing at just one competition for them, and I rather see DIY and Street Profits go for that tag team belt. I feel it's a better storyline.
Look, sorry to cut you out, Shabba, but how many tag teams are already on SmackDown? I know we got DIY, Motor City Machine Guns,
Street Profits.
Who else is on?
got LWO.
Who else is on SmackDown?
Austin Theory and that.
Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Maybe
there's
like
not
5
much.
or 6, I think. I can't really think about it. But again, I agree with Shabba. I think Johnny will turn on them and join Tommaso Ciampa. That's how
I think I can see that.
I think I can see that happening. But again, it wouldn't be surprised if he cut ties with him and goes his own way and build a rivalry. But yeah, that storyline, the tag team in both Raw and SmackDown, they're building some good rivalries and good storylines.
It's going to get better, but it's going to take a bit of a time. I want to see the Usos to go back in the tag team.
I think eventually,
not now, but probably next year. Yeah,
probably later on. I think Jay's doing good on his own.
He is.
Jay needs to stay longer.
He said on his Twitter that he's saying that he wants to have one more match with his brother at Mania next year.
Yeah, they got to rerun it.
I think they'll rerun it.
Yeah.
But if they want to rerun it, I reckon they should do like a speculation, like as in do like tables or ladders or something, so that the fans can invest into it. You know.
Now, did you see what happened to Jade Cargill?
Yeah.
Who do you think did it to her?
There's a lot of people saying Bianca Belair, but I don't think it is her because, for example, she was in a United States One Contenders match, whatever, it was a tournament, and then she would have not have done that because, again, she left the match. So if you know what I'm trying to say, like she left the match. So again, she's not doing herself any advantage by kicking her out because she didn't win it herself. If she had won that match, different story. You'd be saying, okay, maybe she took her out so she has a better chance to win the United States belt. Personally, I think it's most likely Naomi, maybe. But then again, would they make her heel? I don't know.
It doesn't make sense for Naomi. I'm thinking it's a returning Charlotte Flair.
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Never seen her in a while. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people online are saying Charlotte. You know, who knows?
Yeah, she's returning.
I'd like to see that match. If they create that rivalry and that's the case, fuck, man.
I have a feeling that because you know how Bailey's already the 5th member now, how she's replacing Jade Cargill. I reckon they get rid of Bailey and return Charlotte Flair as Survivor Series to be the 5th member.
Yeah, I was thinking Charlotte Flair to return.
Then it reveals that she was the one.
I don't think Charlotte Flair was the one because I noticed today on Raw, Naomi's face was a bit different. I think she was the one that attacked Jade Cargill.
That doesn't make sense with Naomi. I don't know.
I think she's coming to a
heel. Is she in the tournament bracket? No, I just saw.
No, she's in it.
Naomi. Is she on the Jade Cargill side?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, okay. So I was just checking if she was versing Jade for the belt, but she's not. But she's on the bracket. So she's on the side.
If she was to win Naomi, she would verse her if she was to win.
So
she would verse
Jade. Jade, it's a triple threat. But if she wins, she gets her. So maybe she's a big threat.
Nah,
but I like that
know.
Charlotte Flair.
Maybe it could be Naomi too.
It's good Charlotte Flair's returning, but
it takes me back to another one where there's some, I can't remember, someone got attacked in the men's division, and I can't remember. I don't want to waste time on it, but yeah.
Wait, I think I know you know which one? From 2020, was it?
Yeah, or something around that time.
No, when Seth Rollins, when he joined AOP.
Oh,
remember when Kevin Owens?
That's
when he
one.
sat in the back of the van and he put his hood up and he turned around and it was.
Does this rule her out for War Games or no? Yeah, she's
out of the War Games. So
who would be the fifth?
They said Bayley's the fifth, but I think they'll kick her out and put Charlotte Flair as a return. I think Charlotte Flair's returning.
Flair does return and then she's the one that done that.
No, I don't think Charlotte Flair was the one. I think it was Naomi. You can tell from her face reaction.
Yeah, like her face reaction.
She looked so dead silent. And when she was walking with Bianca, she wasn't excited. Huh?
She wanted to change the subject.
I think so, yeah.
Well, look, it'll be interesting. Again, I'm liking the women's actually division. It's actually been very good, and I usually don't stick along, but these storylines are good, and
it's starting to get better and better everywhere.
NXT women's division's better, but
I saw some highlight. They're crazy.
NXT is better than WWE.
Right, what about Roxanne Perez? She's like the longest reigning NXT champion.
I think our longest reigning WWE champion.
Currently, she's killing it.
Is there a draft soon? Yeah, there is.
Next year.
I swear something on... Maybe preparing. Yeah, someone said you better leave him as your first pick. On SmackDown. Yeah, it was weird. They were talking to the manager of SmackDown. Nick Aldis. And one of the superstars goes...
Oh, was it when Cody Rhodes and Carmella Hayes?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes told Nick Aldis you should reconsider your first selection pick. And I was like, draft is not on yet.
Yeah, no, first selection pick. What promo was that?
It was SmackDown when...
Maybe not...
Because Carmella Hayes was the first
he was the first one.
Okay, okay, that makes sense, yeah.
But, but let's talk about CM Punk, 5th member.
Yeah, man.
Paul Heyman returned, first of all.
Yeah, bro.
Let's talk about
welcome back, Paul Heyman.
Yeah, he needed to come back, bro, for this bloodline.
As soon as he's like... Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul.
Which is weird. I thought he'd come Survivor Series, so he came a week early.
Yeah.
And what a surprise, he brought CM Punk along with him.
Did you notice that he was wearing the same suit, same shirt as Solo Sikoa?
Yeah.
Paul Heyman.
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
Did you realize that? Because I think something's about to happen.
He didn't rock up. He didn't rock up with his suit and tie.
Yeah, he doesn't. Wow. Yeah, usually the way that he wears a suit, tie, and everything.
Is this meaning anything? Like
there's something
about to happen. It doesn't make sense because they put him through a table.
They attacked him.
Yeah, I know.
Unless he's got ties with the Rock, which makes him tied to the
I still think he's the Rock. This is crazy because he's gonna survive.
But let's talk about CM Punk.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense. Yeah. A lot of people, some people I heard online didn't like it and whatever. Yeah. Better than Seth Rollins. I'll tell you why. Long-term storytelling. This sets up the match for Seth Rollins later at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because I teamed up with your rival. Yeah. I teamed up with,
I took your spot.
I'll tell you, I took your spot. That's supposed to be your spot in a way.
At the start, I did not, of course, no one expected it and I was a bit shocked, but as time during the day went past, I said, that's the perfect move.
It can't get better than that.
And because, CM Punk, as you said, he told Roman, I did it for Paul Heyman. Not because Roman does not like CM Punk as well. He's said it multiple times previously that he's not a fan of CM Punk.
And another reason why it makes sense is CM Punk has no ties to the bloodline. Everyone has something to do with the bloodline. Kevin Owens, they tried to end his career, didn't want to join him. Seth Rollins has a rivalry, Roman Reigns, but CM Punk just came back. And he's doing it because he's the original Paul Heyman guy, doing a favor for Paul Heyman. And talk about long-term storytelling again. On SmackDown when I think it was facing the new bloodline, and then Paul Heyman's like, "Take me with you." I don't know if you remember
when they're walking back into
they were cutting they were cutting a segment, and then and it was just even
I think it was towards the end of the show. I saw that.
Even another thing is like with Roman Reigns when he told Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns at the time that keep your hands off CM Punk. That's my guy. So it's always been something there with CM Punk.
He likes it. He's got that.
So now him joining this group, man, fucking
very good, man. With this Survivor Series coming up, we'll go with our prediction soon. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of rumors of a betrayal somewhere. Could be Sami Zayn, could be Paul Heyman. Yeah. Imagine Paul Heyman does, but him and CM Punk reunite.
Yeah, and then it could start a Roman Reigns rivalry.
Roman Reigns with CM Punk. Yeah. Again, it's leading to a place where we don't know what's going to happen. Because Sami Zayn, again,
he chucked his phone onto the couch.
That's what I told you last week, actually. When he chucked the phone, when Roman Reigns, the Usos are on screen, and that's when Solo comes out. Sami Zayn chucks the phone behind. So I think there's something about to happen at Survivor Series.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a crazy main event.
Because some say The Rock might be there.
Yeah,
I think he will be there for sure. The Rock, obviously.
I guarantee there's gonna be a betrayal. Yeah, but like you said, we don't know.
Betrayal, heel turn. There's gonna be a lot of things happening.
Again, we mentioned. Remember when the new bloodline just started to form? Solo goes.
Yeah.
You remember the week
when
after
that attacked Roman?
The week after WrestleMania, Solo goes. The tribal chief says he doesn't like to lose. And of course, that would be Roman, as we also will be The Rock, because Roman had lost his match.
Yeah,
so Roman would be saying that. So we know The Rock's controlling the new bloodline.
That's right.
So he's going to come in somehow, but
it doesn't fit because if The Rock returns, he's returning for Cody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's very confusing, because remember how we said Rock goes, when I come back, I'm coming for your belt. Yeah. So I don't know if Rock comes now, he's on Roman.
And then most likely Cody will be involved in that bloodline.
Yeah, I know.
Again, I don't
or
know.
maybe they've changed their. Like you look at Cody Rhodes, they've changed that because of the fans saying we want Cody. So it could be another situation where they're going to scrap The Rock with the Cody and focus on something new. Like you don't know what's going to happen.
Just quickly on that Cody, how good was the promo between him
and Kevin Owens?
Yeah, that was good.
You felt the emotions in that promo.
Yeah,
like we've seen people say Cody's not the best at promo. It's quite the same, but that was one of his best.
Who said that he's not the best? He's one of the best.
They think it's just. I've read comments in that it's just always the same tune, his voice. But that was another level
very
for Cody.
good.
Kevin Owens is always good.
And it made Kevin Owens look like the babyface. Honestly, man, it's like I was saying Kevin's right.
Like he's making sense.
And what's better about it's on Saturday's main event. It's not even on Survivor Series.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
on the PLE.
Oh, Cody.
The match.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's for the title, and they're bringing back Saturday's main event.
Saturday's
main event.
Saturday main event.
So
it's like the olden days back in the late 90s.
The match is not going to be on Survivor Series. It's not going to be on SmackDown.
So how do we watch? You can't watch it.
Right, so it's called Saturday Night's main event.
Is it just one match?
Hey?
Is it just one match?
It's one. I don't know what the card is. But the match is on that card.
Does Randy come back and attack Kevin Owens or?
I don't know how that.
We forgot.
They might do that during the match, yeah.
Because
I feel like Randy Orton's going to heel turn on Cody. I reckon.
But this
doesn't make sense, right? Because Kevin Owens took him out.
He wants,
because of that pole driver. That's why. And it's a life-threatening injury too.
He might RKO both of them.
Yeah,
like he RKO's Kevin Owens, and then Cody thinks he's got his back, and then he RKO's Cody. That could happen. I don't know. But I think now it's time to move on to Survivor Series, which is happening this week.
Matches.
Yep.
We'll start from the bottom.
So let me just get it for you guys. So the first match we got LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship. What's your prediction?
Shinsuke, I totally forgot about him and his comeback. I think it will be a good match, but I still think LA Knight will win. I think LA Knight will win.
I feel like Shinsuke is going to win it, bro. I know he was like gone for a while because I think he was trying to get back to the way he was. Like I think he had an injury or something from about a year ago. I feel like I think 1 year ago,
No. His last rivalry was with Seth, wasn't it? Or
yes,
Cody.
Cody.
It was last year.
That was last year, bro.
It wasn't this year.
It was this year.
Was it?
Yeah, it was because you remember. Yeah, it was this year.
Or maybe at the start of the year or something. Yeah, so he's been out for like a while. I feel like Shinsuke is going to get redemption. Okay. I feel like Shinsuke is going to win the title.
They're going to put Shinsuke over because I think this is his second coming of being this dark, mysterious character. And
that's right.
I feel like this is really Shinsuke's last shot at a big WWE run. If not, I think he'd get released. So I feel like hopefully Triple H sees something good in him because if you bury him in his first match, in a title match, it doesn't make sense, bro. It's like you're building up this character, this dark, mysterious character, and this new reborn Shinsuke Nakamura, and he's going to lose, and you're going to bury him like that. I think it only makes sense if he wins, and that's why I'm going to say he wins.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I want to say LA Knight starts champ.
Of course, to retain, but I think he's going to come to
He's got to win Shinsuke.
Because they've got other potential fighters to become champion. But I think Shinsuke is going to get it.
Has to.
Next match, we got a triple threat. Adam Pearce announced it today. Yeah. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser and Bron Breakker.
That's a good match.
That's going to be a banger.
I would have liked to see Bron Breakker only with Sheamus. But it is what it is. I'm all right with a triple threat.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this triple threat match. It's gonna be
I don't like how Ludwig Kaiser's in it.
It doesn't fit in.
They had like that match on Raw that they they got interrupted by Ludwig.
Yeah.
It was a good match, bro. So I feel like a one-on-one match makes more sense, but it is what it is.
But when it came to the end, they had the brawl, and then that's when everyone came in.
Bron Breakker.
Who you going for?
Bron Breakker.
I'd love Sheamus to win, but I still think Bron Breakker will get it.
Yeah, I feel like Braun's on a roll right now.
Look, Bron Breakker is so good with that IC title. But I feel like Sheamus he needs to win that IC title because he's not a Grand Slam champion yet.
He won't win it this time.
I know he's not going to win it, but I feel like Sheamus will probably get it.
Sheamus.
I'm going to go for Sheamus.
Okay, for
Sheamus for sure.
Okay, next one.
Next match we got the Women's War Games. You got Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair.
Their team, and you got Nia
just
Jax.
the Women's War Games match.
Yeah, Women's War Game.
I'm gonna go the babyface team. Yeah, I'm going babyface. I think what will happen in this match, I think Tiffany might cash in.
Yeah.
And that will just distract that team, and then babyface will win. So I'm gonna go for them.
I'm gonna go the same as well. The babyface team.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm trying to think like which team that makes sense, to
win,
put over.
yeah.
I mean, you got you got Liv Morgan, World Heavyweight Champion, and you got Nia Jax, WWE Champion on the opposing team. Yeah. So if you bury him like that, what does that say for your two champions?
Yeah,
you got to go with Nia Jax's team. I'm gonna say Nia Jax.
Okay, so
next match we got the World Heavyweight, Damian Priest and Gunther.
Well, Gunther's been downgraded a bit. Damian Priest has been on top of him lately.
I'm sick of Priest, man.
No, I love Priest, bro. He's getting better, man.
Yeah, I like Priest, but I think Gunther gets this one.
I feel like Priest is gonna regain his World Heavyweight. He needs to get it back.
Okay,
he needs to get it back.
If Priest wins, I'll actually get pissed. Because I feel like people are starting to turn on Priest now.
Yeah,
but I don't watch today on Raw how everyone was like cheering for Gunther.
I saw it. So there's a bit of a glimpse of the babyface coming in.
I'm genuinely sick of Priest. I don't want to see him as champion. I think Gunther will win.
Did you see last week when Priest said to Gunther, "You're a general, but I'm from the streets.
Yeah, I'm the king."
It's just, bro, his promos are mid. It's shit.
I really miss Seth as champion. I really miss him as
such a good champion.
Last one we got the Men's War Games.
This one's gonna be tough, confusing.
It's gonna be so hard and frustrating.
We've seen the new bloodline keep dominating the OG bloodline.
Of course.
But something's telling me the new one will still win.
I don't know. I think it's hard to tell, man.
I think everything's leading to the new bloodline to win because, again, the current bloodline's still not 100%. Yes, they've got their team, but you've got, again, as I mentioned earlier, the Paul Heyman could betray Sami Zayn. The Rock could come in and interfere. So everything's going against them, and that's why I think the new bloodline wins.
Like Roman might have a moment where he thinks he's the head of the table again, and he treats
Jay
and that the way he was back then. I'm gonna go new bloodline.
New bloodline.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as well with new bloodline.
It would be massive if new bloodline win. It would because that would just elevate them to a whole new level. Like they did. They did last pin Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel.
Yeah,
and that was a big moment in itself. I don't know if they would do it again and bury the OG bloodline because that'd bury him. Given that there's a betrayal somewhere in there. Look, I'm gonna say OG wins.
Okay.
OG wins. Yeah, I think it makes sense for OG to win. Look, if they're gonna carry this storyline past Survivor Series, which they probably would,
it'll be good.
Yeah.
Because we know Rock's gonna come back. If they carry it past I think putting out the new bloodline's gonna just elevate them and carry over and maybe carry over to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think the OG bloodline might need to hit like a really rock bottom.
Yeah.
To really just find themselves again and just take it back to where they were. And I think the new bloodline is just it's been a while, but they're rolling. So
yeah.
And I think if the old bloodline win, I think it's better for the new bloodline to win. That way, the old bloodline will still stay together.
Of course,
because
it'll be just a quick stint.
Yeah, so I don't know. This one's a very tough one. So I could go either way.
OG and we're going the new.
The new bloodline, yeah.
Hopefully it's a good pay-per-view.
I think it will be.
It has to be, bro.
Everything's all going to happen. Like, there's going to be betrayals, heel turns. There's going to be a lot of
It's been a year since CM Punk's return.
I know.
Like,
I didn't see that coming. Like, honestly, I thought Brock Lesnar might return because
no, I'm talking about CM Punk last
year. CM Punk last year.
Yeah, but people were thinking Brock Lesnar.
Right, everyone's saying Brock Lesnar was the one that meant to be returning.
On social media also was Brock Lesnar. No one said CM Punk.
Yeah. Because it's the Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, but again, it would have not made sense because Paul Heyman betrayed him.
Right, so. If Brock Lesnar theme song hit on SmackDown last week, everyone would have went nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. CM Punk, I don't know.
No, it's good. No, it makes sense.
It's good,
it makes sense, bro.
But I didn't expect that.
It makes
because
Seth
Rollins denied, Cody Rhodes denied. I would have said Brock Lesnar. I said Brock Lesnar weeks ago. I said he should have been the fifth member.
Well, you got the Uso, Jay Uso and Jacob Fatu this week.
Yeah,
for the advanced match. Yeah. So whoever wins, they have the
definitely Fatu will win, but.
I think he will.
Fatu will win.
But bro, in the match, I want to see tables. I want to see like smashing everything, bro. Like I want to see a full extreme.
They can't
war
get out.
games. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
They can.
Back in WCW days, if you see the war games,
Dangerous.
bro, it was like tables, ladders, chairs. Everyone was like going at each other. NWO, they're the ones that created it too.
Yeah. Well, anyways, great chat, boys. If you're new around here, hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe. That's Wrestle Talk done, and we'll see you guys soon.